Welcome to Election Connection. We are live at the CACEO Annual Conference. Can you tell us your name and what county you're from?
Sure, Philip Chantry. I'm the Placer County Elections Manager.
Okay, and can you tell us a little bit about your journey? How did you become to working in elections? We all got the election bug. We're still here after many years, but what was your journey like? How did you get to this?
It's a little bit hard to believe, but I worked my first campaign when I was 3 years old. One of my neighbors, who was the local grocer at the grocery store stocking the shelves, decided to get involved in politics, and he quickly learned that walking door to door with a 3-year-old would not get the door slammed in your face. So he went door to door with me, the cute little neighborhood kid, and everyone listened to him, and I ended up working with him on about 10 different campaigns. He was on Fremont City Council, Fremont Mayor, worked all the way up, was really my political mentor. And he's gone now, Bill Ball, and so that's kind of how I got involved.
Oh, wow.
Went to college, worked for President and Mrs. Reagan for a number of years, and then had my own political consulting company. And in one of the best decisions I ever made, closed that company, went to work for Santa Clara County, was there for 15 years, and then moved to Placer County, and I've been there for about 8 as their elections manager.
So I understand you used to work in Santa Clara County, and you were in the Public and Legislative Affairs division. But how did that division even come about? Because word on the streets is it came from you.
It was an exciting time. So kind of the change around 2000, I would say 2005, 2006, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, technology, being in Santa Clara County. The prior manager of the Field Inspector Division retired, and I had the opportunity to kind of make a new division, and we created the Public and Legislative Affairs Division and brought in field inspectors, legislation, and more public affairs, more advertising, more forward-facing, more memes, that type of thing. Bus ads, all that kind of fun stuff that we didn't previously do. We got, I don't know if you still have him, but the bee costume, and,
yes,
and had the bee go out to all the schools. It was a fun time, great crew. The people in Santa Clara, if they still remember, without screaming into the mic, "What's going on?" was kind of the catchphrase of PLA, and it was exciting.
That's awesome. Oh my God. So you created the PLA division.
I did.
And then it's shaped into what it is now.
It's amazing. The work that you guys do and the work that PLA and Santa Clara does, I copy in Placer all the time.
Well, you're welcome to copy it, and you're welcome to share our comic book. But it's a good tool to use to engage the youth voters. What is Placer County doing to encourage the youth?
So Placer County, thankfully, has had for some time an award-winning high school program where we go out to almost every high school in the county at least once a year. There are some counties that just for scheduling or financial reasons can't figure it out that year, but we try and go out to every high school every year. We bring representatives from the different political parties, and they kind of debate and convince the kids why they should join their parties. The kids get a question to ask, opportunity to ask the political parties questions. So sometimes they're very interesting discussions that occur in those classroom settings. We register voters that didn't pre-register when they turned 16 through the DMV, and it's great. It's a great program.
That's awesome. Then we're going to have to copy you or get ideas off of each other. That's what this whole thing is all about. That's why we brought some of the stuff that we do to share with other counties. But if I feel like every county that we've interviewed, that's what their focus is on, that 18 to 24 group. Why do you think that?
Well, the other nice piece about Placer is we have a number of private universities in the county. We have Sierra College, which is our large junior college, but really exciting, literally a mile from our office is a new campus being built, and it's the Placer County campus of Sacramento State with dorms, and they actually say it could actually be larger than the Sacramento campus.
Wow.
And so it'll be open in a couple of years, about a mile from our office, and we're excited about that opportunity.
Wow, that's awesome. But then you guys get to do outreach and partnerships with that group.
All right there, and
that's
we'll have
perfect.
the vote center and drop boxes and everything there.
That's awesome. I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks.
I'm Ryan Ronco, and I'm from Placer County.
Okay, and what do you do there?
Well, currently I'm the clerk, recorder, registrar of voters. It is the top position in the office, and I'm super proud to be able to be the elected official for the county I grew up in since 1976.
Wow, you're so young. No, don't record that. Don't record that. I'm gonna do jokes. We're gonna do jokes back and forth.
We are going to do jokes, and I want to do jokes.
I know we can make it fun. We don't just relax. No,
absolutely.
Okay, so I know that you have been in elections for a long time.
I have. Yeah.
We all got the election bug. All of us have it. What makes you so passionate about working in elections?
Yeah, it's funny. So I have been in elections almost 32 years now. I started in the office in 1993, and I thought that this was going to be like a job I do on a whim. I would go in and work for a few years and shake the local government up and then blow out of there, and they never even knew what hit them, And instead, I found this incredibly dedicated group of people that want to do the best job they possibly can for the people in our county. And I fell in love with the work, and I fell in love with the people. It's a great hybrid of a job that is about service, which I fell in love with as an Eagle Scout, and I love to serve my community. But it's also about politics, which is also another love of mine. And even though we're not partisan politics, it's all about working with the politicians and making sure that the voters get to hear their voice or have their voice be heard. And I just love this job. There's nothing like it in anything else that is in government.
I agree, and I know you were the former president of the CACEO.
That's
Why
right.
do you think conferences like this are important, bringing all the elections officials together?
Well, they're super important. As president, it was really my mission to make sure that we continued to try to have people connect, because for some of us, it's easy to silo in our jobs and work on just performing for what's the next deadline or what is the next election coming up. But we can learn so much from each other, and we love to be able to borrow great programs from each other, right? So we need these types of events for us to be able to get together and have an opportunity to be able to share. And not just in the conference, but even outside of the conference, having dinners with each other, having an opportunity to be able to get together in the suites after the conference and letting our hair down and talking with each other and getting to know our peers, so that when you do have a problem, you can reach out to somebody that you've met and you don't have to cold call them or something.
Yeah, I love that, because it is a networking opportunity. People have come up to me and asked me, who's on your precinct operations team? Or I want to talk to this person about this. Or I heard you guys were doing this. Can I talk to April? So I love that even the boots on the ground staff are here too. So they get to network with each other and meet each other.
Absolutely. And we're all doing such great things that could benefit other counties. But if we're not having opportunities to be able to meet and share and talk to each other, we'll never know about those things that could help us. So it's awesome.
Yeah, I know. And even with in the voters with specific needs meeting, they were talking about the Braille flyers. So we brought them so we could share and show them what they look like. So it's a good opportunity to share ideas. So
absolutely. And we have some very creative people that are in our profession. And it's awesome to be able to see what their creativity is doing, and then have our creative people maybe take it to another level, so that then it fires their passion on doing something else more creative. So it's awesome. I love it.
Awesome. So what do you think, what are you doing in Placer County to engage the young voters?
Well, we have a lot of different initiatives, and I'm guessing that you might have heard of our high school outreach program, which is we've been doing since I started 30 years ago, reaching out to our local high schools, engaging the youth, not just to register them to vote, but actually teach them why their voice is important at their age. A lot of times, the youth don't understand that they have a voice in that they're not using right now. And if you explain to them in real terms that they're going to have to live with the laws that are being passed right now longer than you or me or the people making the laws, they go, oh, wow, you know what? That's right. I should probably be engaged. And so we bring a program out where we have people that come and talk to the youth in their classrooms, not big assemblies because they have a tendency to have their minds wander if that's the case. So we go literally classroom to classroom, maybe have a couple of classrooms together, but we bring speakers. We bring political party speakers out to talk about the parties. We bring elected officials to talk about the importance of their vote. But we also bring voting equipment so that they can get their hands onto that equipment and see what it's like to vote for the first time, because really the youth not participating, one of the most basic reasons they don't participate is because they don't want to look embarrassed when they walk into that voting booth the first time. So they've never seen the equipment. They don't have an opportunity to be able to touch it. This helps to demystify that. And the proof is in the pudding. Our turnout for our young voters is one of the best in the nation. Our registration of young voters is one of the best in the nation because of the fact that we are putting our money where our heart is, and that's the youth.
I love that. Put your money where your heart is.
That's right.
Yeah, no, I mean, because we focus on that too, and we actually changed the number of 18 to 24-year-olds. That number increased higher than the 24 to 34-year-olds because of the work that everybody's doing, engaging that young group. So that's awesome. I love that.
Congratulations.
It's all of us. We're all doing it. So it's all of us reaching out and, like you said, sharing ideas, and then going out to the school and say, hey, we have this comic book that Santa Clara made, but everybody needs to know where to go vote when you change your address. If you moved here, it explains it all, but in a comic book form where people are going to love to share, and a kid is going to pick it up because they're going to read it. It's not intimidating, like you said.
Yep, exactly.
So I love that. I like that you also mentioned that you go into the classroom instead of at a rally, because I get it. You go to a rally, you speak in front of everyone. Half the time they're on their AirPods, not even listening to what you're saying.
That's right, exactly.
But in a classroom, because we've done that in Santa Clara, we went in a classroom and we said everybody take their phones out. Yep. And then in 5 minutes pre-registered everybody in that room, because that's how fast it is, and everybody has a cell phone. Yep. And we just gave you the opportunity to take your cell phone out.
Yeah, right. You get rid of that.
The teacher was cringing, but we were registering them to vote. So awesome.
Yeah, it's super important to make sure that you understand that community is not going to engage like you can engage a senior citizen community, right? So you got to make the program kind of exciting and kind of worthwhile for them, meet them where they're at. And we've had great success with that program. When I was hired back in 1993, I was 26 years old. And I was hired partly because my predecessor thought, oh, well, you're young, you're going to relate to these kids. And the reality is I didn't. They looked at me like I was a grandfather because I was 26, they were 18, right? So really the program is the star. And it was great for us to be able to have a program that made them feel like this was about them and it was for them. And I think that's the key to any type of outreach that we're doing with our youth.
And I think hiring the younger group is important too, because they're putting all of their work into helping you get that message out. And then people are hearing from their view of the message instead of from ours. Like you said, 18 to 26, that's not that big of a difference.
No.
But when they're looking at you like, I don't know how does he know, how to relate to me?
Absolutely.
So I think it's great. Like this comic book, I keep plugging the comic book because I think it's like totally going to impact how these guys see how easy it is to vote, where to vote, how to vote. And it's the same message across California.
Yeah. And I love it because it's a comic book.
I know.
I love comic books.
I know.
I
know. My husband is like, I am. How old? You never told me about this comic book. We just made it. We created it for that reason. So they would pick it up. If we put it in the dorm lobby, someone's going to pick it up.
Yeah.
If we put something with stars and stripes and a seal, it's not the same impact.
Absolutely. And we're a fast-growing community in Placer, so it's important for us to have outreach to our high schools. And, a lot of times these students, they might learn about the importance of voting through their teachers. They might learn even about political parties, but they're never going to hear, if you make a mistake on your ballot, this is how you correct it. Or be looking in your mailbox for 30 days ahead of the election for your voter information guide.
Yeah.
These are keys to being a lifelong productive, engaged voter, that they need to hear from somebody. And so it's our offices that can provide that opportunity.
I love it. We even painted the picture of like, this is what is going to come in your ballot. You're going to get a sticker. You're going to get, here's the envelope. Here's where you sign it. Like everything is like detailed step by step. I think it'll help our youth. But
absolutely. And our program now has a video component where we run a video, and it was produced by two of our interns who were very recent high school graduates. They were in college, but and they were the ones that said, well, this is what I'd want to know in a video. And having them be able to produce something that was very relatable to those students that are going to watch it was, I think, a fantastic idea. And I'm happy with our PIO office and the work that they do to be able to produce something like that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, this is great. And I didn't even say any inappropriate jokes.
You didn't. Now that's what we do now. We say all the funny things after.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you.
All right.
Now,
are you sure you want me to do this?
Yeah.
You know that I'm capable of saying anything at any time.
I usually limit him to 2 jokes per meeting, but sometimes he goes a little overboard.
Sometimes. Today might be the day.
Do you get nervous doing this?
No, I get nervous at having to say who my county is and who my people are that are there at these meetings.
Really?
I get nervous with everything. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I would never know that about you.